Jamie, who do we love this week? Doesn't have to be. Sorry, it does not have to be from those 8 games. Just wanted to give a little preview there of what we will be talking about. Who's our start of the week?
Tony Pollard. Just with the situation that popped up yesterday with Ezekiel Elliott not expected to play. I mean, clearly it's low hanging fruit. I totally understand that, but sometimes you take the layup when it's available to you, and the layup is Tony Pollard this week. So he's a top 7 running back for me in PPR, top 6 in non PPR. In non PPR, I would start him over Christian McCaffrey. In all formats, I would start him over Jonathan Taylor. So I like the setup for him taking on the Bears. They just lost a big piece of their defensive line, Robert Quinn getting traded to the Eagles. So, you wonder where the mindset is of that defense. Roquan Smith, basically crying on the podium yesterday when he found out the news, upset about losing one of his, buddies. So, defense that's just been bleeding production to opposing running backs. I like Zeke prior to the news that, I thought he was going to have a big game, and Pollard as well as a high-end flex. But he's in line for 20-plus touches, and I think in this offense, how they've been operating, the workload he's going to get, the opportunity in this matchup, this is why you drafted Tony Pollard where you did.
Yeah, and Zeke has not been ruled out. There was a report that he's unlikely to play. They've got a bye next week, so it kind of makes sense for them to give him a little bit of a rest here. But I assume even if Zeke plays, you'd probably like Tony Pollard quite a bit because Zeke's definitely not going to be 100% healthy.
100%.
Yeah. Great. All right, Heath, who do you love this week?
Raheem Mostert, 20 touches last week, has at least 15 touches in each of his last 4 games. He's more involved in the passing game with 4 catches last week, and he actually has 3 targets in 3 of his last 4 and 4 of his last 6, and the Lions are arguably the worst defense in the NFL.
Yeah, we'll talk about that game tomorrow, but since you won't be on the show, you like Mostert, you like Tua. Do you have any concerns that there won't be enough pass attempts for Tua? How much concern?
I think if there's not enough pass attempts for Tua, it's because he hits a couple of big ones. It's because they have a couple of 40 or 50-yard touchdowns, and I'll be okay with that. I don't think there's a chance that he's not good and there's not enough pass attempts for Tua.
I'm going to steal your shtick, so hit the music. This is the game of the week.
No, excuse me.
I'm not going to sing, but it's the game of the week.
Which one?
Dolphins, Lions.
Really?
Yep.
All right. Well, I'll see if I can come up with a different one for tomorrow's show. See if I can find a way to check Dave. You know who I love this week?
He doesn't know about that.
Yeah, I every week I find a way to cue up Dave to say the name of the game, and then I play the music, and he's like, you little rascal. I'll tell you who I love.
He gets annoyed with you.
Oh, he likes it. I love the Philadelphia Phillies. Let's go Phillies. All right, players to avoid. You want to start, Heath? You okay with that?
You're a Phillies fan now? Or do you just jinx the Phillies because you want the Astros to win?
Oh, no, I want the Astros to lose. Let's go Phillies.
Okay. I'm trying to avoid my one true love, David Montgomery. I do not like this spot for the Bears offense at all. I think there's a chance that this offense can be good enough that both Montgomery and Khalil Herbert can be borderline number 2 running backs, but I do think it's going to be close to a 50-50 split moving forward, and this is not the type of game that you want a running back in a 50-50 split. The Cowboys have just been absolute, and I know the Patriots hadn't given up any touchdowns to running backs coming into last week, but the Cowboys have been better in terms of yards allowed than the Patriots as well, and they've only given up 2 touchdowns all year to the position. So I'd like to stay away from both David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert. I actually have the Jets running backs and the Panthers running backs ahead of the Bears running backs.
James Robinson included in that?
James Robinson included in that.
Oh, wow. Heath said his one true love. I started scanning DJ Moore, Brandon Cooks. Oh, David Montgomery. Okay. Jamie, who are you avoiding?
I'll stick with your Philadelphia theme, and I would like to avoid the Steelers. That's going to be a tough matchup for them, especially if Robert Quinn plays. So Najee Harris, Deontay Johnson, George Pickens. The one that I would start is Pat Freiermuth just because of his position and the opportunity that he tends to get. But yeah, Najee and Deontay Johnson, I would sit them if you can. I'd play Montgomery over Najee Harris.
I can't believe you mushed the Phillies.
Have
you ever adopted a team and cheered for them and things not gone terribly wrong for that team?
Probably not. I'd have to think about that. What about would you just at this point just start Pickens over Deontay Johnson?
In PPR, I would still start Johnson, but I have them back to back. In non-PPR and half PPR, I'd go with Pickens.